What's up, y'all? It's Maya J, and today we're back with another episode of Talks of a Wildflower. And today we have a lot to talk about because, babe, Drake's new album, Blake Lively, if y'all even know who that is, ASAP Rocky trial, Diddy, and Jaguar, right? And her conundrums, like the shit that I don't even know if she be making this shit up. Like, I don't even know what happened to her. I gotta dig deeper into Jaguar, right? Because she just popped up out of nowhere. But when I did do a little deep dive into her, I did see some stuff. She can really sing. Like, that lady can sing, like, for real. But her Diddy trial and how his lawyer didn't quit on him, the Uber lawsuit. I don't know if she's gonna lose or not because that Breakfast Club interview, babe, that that shit. We're gonna talk about that. Cardi B and Steffon Diggs. I need to get into that because I just got some questions. Just a couple questions, like three question marks. Deshaun, or whatever the fuck his name is, Deshae Frost and E Kane and the Target prank. I just need to touch on that because I did feel like that was weird. So yeah. So let's get into it. Drake's new album. Drake's new album. I can honestly say I liked it. Truly, I liked it a lot. But I do have a couple of takeaways from the album. So, one, like everybody's been saying, I do feel like they did throw in some throwaways on the album where he genuinely had some shit, like some music that he didn't had in his archives for a minute. And he just decided to just, if y'all hear that dinging, that's my cat. Yeah, I gotta catch y'all. Like, it's been a lot these past couple of years since I've been on my podcast. It's been a lot. I'm gonna have to lace y'all up maybe in the midst of this. Because I literally just hopped on here, like, I haven't been on here in years, but it doesn't matter. Back to the album. So, he did have a lot of throwaways that I can tell that those were like archives, but we're not going to get into that because overall, what would I rate the album? I would probably give it a 6 out of 10. I wouldn't say it's their best, especially because uh, a lot of these songs start off dragging. And when I say dragging, I mean like the beat drop don't come into like the middle of the song, which I feel like is good because I do enjoy that. Because when I do listen to music, I do skip to the middle of the song. I never listen to the beginning. If it's new music, I want to know, like, if I skip to the middle, if the middle sounds good, then I know if the beginning sounds bad, it's still worth listening to because it's some type of change, or the middle sounds good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the beginning can sound good, but then you get to the middle of the song, it either still sounds like the beginning or it just does not sound good in the middle. So it's like you didn't waste your time. Cause I mean, for instance, when you're reading a book and you read the title can sound good as hell. The beginning could be good. Then when you get to the middle of the book, you be like, what the fuck is the point? That's how I kind of do songs, but also because I did grow up in a lot of music and band classes growing up. So that's kind of how I look at music. But I can say, for example, a good song that has a good example of what I'm talking about is Give Me a Hug. You know how he gets to the end of the song and he's like, well, no, he's not like that, but you know the song. I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. That's my shit. I just had to sing that. I had to sing that. I don't give a fuck if I sound good or bad. But that's a prime example of that. What's another song? It's not Greedy. I think it's Deeper, honestly. Deeper is another example of that. Of how it sounds good towards the end, because in the beginning this nigga's like, he's kind of like rapping like Ice Spice, and I ain't fuck with that shit because he's like, this nigga talking about something like Glah. Like, are you that ass Drake? Are you for real? No, never hit that hoe again. Like, never do that shit again. But overall, I feel like the album is okay. My favorite song off the album is Nokia. Cause who's calling my phone? Who's calling my phone? That's my shit. Like, that's that's a banger. Like, if you don't see the potential in that hoe, you really don't know good music. Cause that is a banger. I'm pretty sure everybody loves Somebody Loves You. Everybody likes that song. Greedy is a really good song. They could have left off the ending because I don't know what the point was of that part of that song, but at the end of the day, yeah. Also, like Raining in Houston, that gave old Drake, that gave like So Far Gone Drake, or Take Care kinda Drake. Like that part that part of the album was good, but it did start falling off. Like Lasers is not good. Celibacy, that hoe made me feel weird. It made my stomach flip. I just did not fuck with that hoe. Like, it just sounded like some creep. Like, when back in the day when you used to be on like Omingle and some creep is on that hoe. Like, I just that hoe just was weird to me. I don't go fuck with nobody saying. Maybe he was trying to cover it up with the certified pedophile shit, and he came out with the consent because all he kept talking about is consent, and if you giving me, and do you want this, and give me, like, the shit was just weird as fuck to me. That shit made my stomach hurt. So yeah, I wish he never put that hoe on the fucking album. Number 17, Celibacy. He needs to take that shit off because it's not good. But overall, I give it what did I say? A 6, 7 out of 10. I feel like it's really good. Well, not really good, but it's one of the good ones, in my opinion. Well, not one of the good ones. Probably like on a category of 5 albums, 5. It would be number 5. Out of all his albums, cause that sounded crazy as fuck. Honestly, hold on. Cause that sounded crazy as hell. Let me maybe change that. Hold on. Cause now I'm finna get into my Drake bag. Not Drake bag, but well, Drake bag, cause that nigga do hand out bags, so Drake bag. Let's start from top to bottom. I can say So Far Gone is one of my favorite ones. Then it's Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. Views, Certified Lover Boy, probably my like number 3 out of that sounds so bad. Out of So Far Gone and Take Care, number 3. And then Views, and then Some Sexy Songs for You. For All the Dogs, that hoe was alright. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know. He started falling off after Certified Lover Boy. After that shit, he low-key fell off. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know what y'all rated. Let me know what y'all rated, because I know what I rated. But our opinions could be different, because I did see a lot of different opinions on Twitter on how they feel like Party Next Door should have more songs. But yeah. Now let's get into this Blake Lively shit, because I just need to get into it. I don't know too much about it. I just wanted to say everybody's confused on why she's getting a lot of hate. They feel like whoever did a smear campaign on her. But at the end of the day, Blake Lively has always been weird. Like, Blake Lively has always been weird. Like, when she did the movie It Ends With Us, or whatever it's called, and it was about domestic violence. And then if you ever watched the movie campaign, I am going to insert some clips on my YouTube video of this podcast, because I will be having a YouTube version where I will be inserting things of what I'm talking about, so you guys don't have to like search it up and shit. It'll just be on the screen until I'm able to record myself. But long story short, she was doing a lot of weird shit, like making jokes and like not taking it seriously. And people are like, how are you going to play a role about domestic violence and you're not even taking it seriously during the campaign? And then also she did change up a lot of the story, which I did feel was a little off. But That's neither here nor there. People are confused on why she's getting so much hate, but babe, she had a whole wedding on the plantation. She's not a good person. She's not. Like, that's all I'm gonna say on Blake Lively. I just been having to say this because I'm tired of seeing her ass on my fucking TL. And if you need to look up more about Blake Lively and look up about how she's kind of weird and the things that she has done has been weird, you can on Google because that's all I have to say about her ass. Okay, so let's get into ASAP Rocky. ASAP Rocky trial, everybody was just calling him so stupid. Like they were like, this nigga's so dumb. He really sat here and didn't take the plea deal or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't feel like y'all are getting the pattern now. Like a lot of these rappers and a lot of these people that face trials that have a lot of money, these motherfuckers really always will really never, yeah, always never, that's better, always never plead guilty to that shit ever. Because for one, you plead guilty to it, well, not ever, but some of these niggas do, but majority of them don't. Like I think, I don't, did Young Thug plead guilty? I don't know if that nigga pleaded guilty, but it has been a lot of trials of a lot of rappers that have not pleaded guilty and literally did not take the deal, and motherfuckers called them stupid and they still walked away free as fuck. So I do genuinely feel like y'all need to start getting with the pattern, because I genuinely did not feel like that nigga was going to be stupid enough to lose Rihanna and his 2 kids that he just had to prove his innocence. I don't feel like he would be that stupid. You really think this nigga's gonna sit here and let Rihanna run freely while his ass is in jail for how many years? I think they said like 20 something. Babe, you motherfuckers got to be out of y'all motherfucking mind. Like, y'all gotta be fucking serious right now. Like, let's be honest about that. But let's see how he won this trial, because I do want to see how he won the trial. Okay. So it says ultimately it took the jury of 7 women and 5 men roughly 3 hours to decide the case, finding Rocky not guilty of 2 felonies. So all in all I'm getting from this is, I don't know why they had to put all this shit. Basically they said he was not guilty because he fired only blanks from a prop gun from a music video, as the defense argued, and that he acted in self-defense. Let me see. I'm not trying to donate to AP. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. So basically on the surveillance camera, you see him shooting a gun, and I guess really filed a lawsuit. But didn't they say really had a lot of holes in his when he testified or whatever, and basically said that really was a pathological liar and committed perjury again and again. So yeah, long story short, the nigga lied. It was a prop gun. The nigga did not really shoot him for real, for real. And everybody that thought that Rocky was gonna go down, y'all need to eat y'all motherfucking words now, because I knew that nigga was not gonna go down. It did not seem too realistic that this nigga was gonna take 24 years. Crazy. And you just started a whole family and life and got all these deals. You're crazy as hell. The nigga was not finna take 24 years. I promise you, he was not finna take 24 years. And then let's get into this Diddy, this Diddy case and how his lawyer quit. Okay, so Diddy lawyer let me see. Who did he back up? I don't, did he back up Osama bin Laden or did he back up America? Let me see, because I just need to know. Let me see. Oh, he defended Osama bin Laden. Okay. And then they go defended Osama bin Laden. It cannot defend Diddy. Okay, so this case might just be way worse than what the fuck we think it is because ain't no way a nigga that ain't no nigga that ain't no way that a nigga that sat here and defended Osama bin Laden cannot defend Diddy. Even though I don't even know if Osama bin Laden even like won that case. I like next podcast, I'm gonna have my facts about that case and we're gonna deep dive and cold case read into it because I want to know as well. And also you guys need to check that on YouTube and I might put some snippets on it on TikTok. We're gonna see because I don't know how I'm gonna do this TikTok thing, but it's definitely gonna be on YouTube within the next couple of business days because YouTube does take me a minute to put this whole video together and everything. And I'm still trying to figure out how YouTube works. But it's going to be on YouTube. This is going to drop before the YouTube video. So if you do want to watch the YouTube video after, just give it a couple of days. I promise you. And it's going to be up because I forgot the password to my iPad. But this also ties into Jaguar, right? And how she's trying to say that the only reason that Diddy lawyer dropped the case is because uh she feels that Diddy killed Whitney Houston. So in the video that I'm going to insert, the video is a little long. I promise you the video is a little long. It's about 3 minutes. I might skip it to make it 1.5 because that's long as fuck. So y'all could just get the gist of it. And I might chop it up just to make it easier. But within the video, she's talking about how Whitney handed Brandy a note and then Brandy left and gave the note to Ray J. And then I guess Ray J was locked in a room. And I guess Diddy went into the room and what else she say? She said, I guess Diddy went into the room and then I guess Whitney Houston died. I guess Diddy killed Whitney Houston within them lines. And I guess Diddy was connected to Jeffrey Epstein or whatever. And he went to the Epstein Island all the time. Like that's all she was saying in the video. And they were trying to say that Ray J got love and hip hop because of Whitney Houston, because of the death of Whitney Houston. That's how that like Jaguar rap. That's why I said I feel like she a little crazy because I'm like, how is she connecting all this shit? Like, how are you sitting here in your room 6 hours out of the day figuring this shit out? How are you connecting all these dots? Like, I want to know how you're connecting all these dots because I wouldn't have been able to connect all these dots. And then I don't even feel like the dots are connecting. I don't. But like I said, I'm going to deep dive into this Diddy case and we're actually might just sit here and read it together because honestly, and I might record it because I want to sit here and read it with you guys or yeah, with you guys. I am going to put it on the screen, but I do want to sit here and read it with you guys and try and figure this shit out. But yeah, and then she also said that Love and Hip Hop and Zeus and Lemmy and them are all pimping out all the girls from Baddies and Love and Hip Hop and pimping them out, and that's how they're scouting all the women. And I'm just like, okay, Jaguar, right? Like some of these hoes, it do sound like you on point, but at the same time, I don't feel like you're on point about anything. But at the same time, I do feel like you got some valid points. But at the same time, I still feel like you're crazy as hell because that shit didn't even sound right, but it do. I hope y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's enough for her because once y'all see this video or y'all watch the video, and I might just put the links to some of the stuff I'm talking about so y'all can just read it if y'all don't want to go to the YouTube video. But yeah. And then I just need to talk about this Uber lawsuit. So the girl that did the Uber lawsuit because the man told her that she couldn't get into the car because she was too big. I do feel for her, even though people are not feeling for her, but I just feel like people are just fat phobic. Like I do feel like anybody, any size, however the fuck you're living, you should be able to live how you want to live and it should be no stipulations. Everybody should be able to live freely. Like just because you don't feel like that's acceptable does not mean that people have to go by what's morally right to you or what you feel like is acceptable. But that's neither here nor there. I do feel like that Breakfast Club interview might have fucked up her case because she come there, it's seat. She asked for a bigger seat. They give her a couch, a full-on couch. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if a motherfucker come in my crib and I got a regular ass chair, and mind you, it is bigger people on both sides of my family, and they can sit in a regular ass chair. And you come to my crib and you ask for my fucking love seat sectional, girl, I'm gonna tell your ass you need to go home. Cause that's for multiple people. Because yeah, like I said, everybody supposed to live freely, but babe, I'll give it to you, but girl, come on now. And you know you find the case and you ask for a love seat sectional. And you talking about that's a better accommodation. Girl, if you, hell no. Like, I just don't feel like she's gonna win this case off the simple fact of that. And then also the videos of her trying to dance on stage and her ass falling back. Don't feel like that shit good either. She did have a video of her getting into like a bigger version of a Chevy Spark, but I just don't feel like that's going to help her case because that's not a regular car. That is a SUV. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is. I that's why I said it's a bigger version of a Chevy Spark. If y'all know what it is, let me know. But I just feel like all that shit was just not gonna help her. And getting that man fired, I don't feel like they should have fired that man. I just feel like they should have just gave him a little talking to because I mean that was somebody's income. And because you low key wanted some clout or whatever, you could have did that shit by itself, not publicly, but at the same time you are a rapper, so you might have wanted some clout too at the same time. But I don't feel like this Uber lawsuit is gonna help your music career at all. It might get you on like TV shows, reality TV shows, but music wise, no, it's gonna be like on some Young Jock shit. Maybe a one-hit wonder, maybe two. I don't even know how many songs Young Jock, because I only know about one, and I don't even know the name of that hoe, but I'm pretty sure if it came on, I would probably know it was Young Jock because by his voice. But long story short, it might be on some Young Jock shit. So I really feel like, yeah, this may be because you want to prove a point, but at the same time it's not helping like your image at all either. It's kind of like the hot to a girl, like it's not helping your image at all. And what's that one nigga that made that song, hey boo bow, I don't even I don't even know what the fuck that name, the name of that song is called. I just remember that part, but that hoe, like it may be on some shit like that. So I feel like the 5 seconds of fame or maybe 10 years of fame, take it and utilize it in the best way, because right now it's not utilized in the best way at all. It's more so of you being a laughing stock than proving a point. And that's all I have to say on that Uber lawsuit, because like I said, people are meant to live freely and do what they want to do, but at the same time you got to think about everything because some of that shit is just not right. And then we need to get into Cardi B and Steffon Diggs. Enough for the Uber lawsuit. Let's get into Cardi B and Steffon Diggs. Steffon Diggs looks like I wouldn't even say a better version of Offset, because Offset is handsome his damn self, but like a fraternal twin of Offset. Like y'all were born at the same time, but two different eggs type shit, two different fallopian tubes. Because a great value version would be I feel like that shit would be like a play on Steffon Diggs' head, because Steffon Diggs is a very handsome man and he can lift better than Offset. And because y'all know y'all didn't see that video of Offset lifting them damn weights, and then you see Steffon Diggs lifting something 10 times heavier than what the fuck Offset was lifting. But I just feel like Cardi B has a type. I do feel like she like her niggas that dress real flashy, because both of them niggas dress flashy as fuck, but they both got style. But I just need to ask about Steffon Diggs, because I do have 3 question marks. Didn't you just get exposed for being DL? I just need to know, like, didn't you just get exposed for being DL? So I don't know if you're using Cardi B as a tactic to erase everybody's mind of that, but my mind was not erased of that. I remember you. That's why I'm just like, is this like, what are you doing? Like, if you're DL, come out. If you're bisexual, come out. I'm not gonna force you to come out. Nobody should be forced, but don't be using women as a pawn or stuff like that. Like, be who you are for your pride, because it's women out here that will be accepting of that. You don't have to put on a fucking fat cave for that shit. Like, and I don't understand that, but I just need to know, like, didn't you just get exposed for being DL? And now you're with Cardi B. I don't know. And Cardi B, don't fall for that shit, because that nigga literally just got exposed for being DL. So I just need you to look at the whole picture and whole scenario first before you go to a Offset 1.0. I can't say a 2.0 because I can't say he looked better than Offset, but I can't say he looked less than worse, or or he doesn't look as good as Offset. I feel like they're at the same middle ground. But yeah, you need to assess that whole scenario first before you really go and deep dive into that nigga. And then let's get into these streamers, because DJ Frost and E Kane are very weird. Weird. DJ Frost in this damn Target prank. Why the fuck would you think it's okay to walk up to a woman and say to her, I'll fuck the shit out of you? Let's be real. Let's be honest. If a nigga came up to you and said that to your little sister, would you be okay with that? I don't even think you would be okay with that. I'm pretty sure you'll want to punch the fuck out of that nigga, beat his ass. But here you are playing pranks on that. And then when that nigga came up to you, kept being dismissive. That's very narcissistic. And I feel like you felt like you wasn't trying to get played on your stream. And then here come E. Kane talking about some. He said he was sorry. He said he was sorry. Who gives a fuck? And two, you a whole fucking bitch. Like, you're a whole girl. You're a whole female. And I'm so sorry for calling you a bitch, but girl, you're a whole female. And you're sitting here trying to gaslight this man as though he tweaking. That nigga is not tweaking, and you're tweaking because you have a daughter. Imagine a man came up to you or your daughter and said that. You wouldn't even fuck with that shit. So you even doing that, and then two, this nigga giving you vibrating panties, and half of this nigga that got fucking kids on there, perverted ass. That's pervertive, because it's kids on there. It's kids on there. And you wearing vibrating panties, and you giving this girl vibrating panties, and then this girl got her legs all up in the air, and that's so disgusting. And it's kids watching. That's fucking soft porn for kids. That shit is disgusting. Disgusting. And you have kids yourself, Ekane. So think about that. Imagine your kids watching some shit like that. You would tell her to turn that shit off. Y'all are literally sitting here and opening up these kids' eyes to this shit. What fucking 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grader needs to know about vibrating panties, even in high school? What the fuck do they need to know about vibrating panties for? Y'all need to be serious. Y'all need to be serious, bro. Y'all need to be serious. Because that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. And to just sit here with your legs wide open talking about, can you stretch me? Girl, you know what the fuck you was doing. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Both weirdos. Both need to be canceled. Both of them motherfuckers don't need no type of platform no more at all. Period. And y'all still gonna get these motherfuckers a platform. Cause y'all don't give a fuck. Cause y'all think that shit is entertainment. Whole time, y'all don't want to see gay couples and all that shit on TV. But you want these streamers to still do fucking soft porn and weird ass shit. These kids look up to these streamers. You sitting here walking up to women and sexually harassing women. You don't think these little boys is gonna sit here and copy you? Be fucking for real. Be serious. You don't think these little kids are gonna sit here and copy you, fool? They are. They are. They are. I'm pretty sure you growing up, you didn't see somebody on TV that you really enjoy watching and you wanted to do exactly what they were doing. Think about that. All these streamers, all of them. Think about that. That shit's so weird. And then we're gonna talk about how, like, I don't know, DDG as well. Like, he's cool or whatever, but he does do a lot of things that I do feel like it's for attention. I don't enjoy that. I mean, maybe that's the Pope on his entertainment. I don't know, but he does do a lot of things for like for attention, like attention horror shit. But I'm not getting into that nigga because I just don't feel like it. I like, all I gotta say is, if y'all seen that clip of him pulling off his homeboy hoodie, knowing that he probably struggling, I don't know, with alopecia, or he just got a messed up haircut at the time. That shit's messed up, because why would you do that to your cousin and then put that shit on? No, that's what I'm talking about. Like, stuff like that's not cool. But let's get into my life right quick. Right quick, because I don't got too much to say. Yeah, I graduated college. I got fired from a corporate job. But that also opened up my eyes to a lot of stuff. I'm not really embarrassed to admit that I got fired from a corporate job. I don't care if it's a corporate job. I just got fired from my job, period. I'm still trying to find my way, and I'm doing this because I enjoy it and it's a hobby. And I love talking and speaking to you guys. So I'm going to continue to do this until I feel like I've said enough. So with that being said, I hope you guys continue on this journey with me. I really hope you guys continue to listen to me and to tune in every week. I've said this for so long. I've started this podcast in 2020. It's 2025. It's been 5 years. And I probably would have seen some growth within these 5 years, but I just did not know what to do and how to take it. But now I'm trying to take it with stride and do what's in my heart and do what I feel like is right for me. And I feel like everybody should do the same when it comes to things that they feel like is a passion or something that they really enjoy. But with that being said, I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I want to say thank you guys for listening and being here. I already said thank you. This is probably my second time saying thank you. But yeah, and if you made it this far, thank you. I hope you have a nice day. This is Talks of or good night or good afternoon. It don't matter. But yeah, this is Talks of a Wallflower. This is Maya J. And I'm out.